5. It's offer review, and we have the brand new Rumble Blitz, and I do not like it. I got a lot of mixed feelings about the Rumble Blitz. So it started today, and the first question that we all had was, like, oh, how hard is it? Do I really need to upgrade my Hydra up? Because of these points, you get more points for a 7-star, and you get less points for a 5-star. And, there's 9 Hydra in the game, but I don't want to spend the gold. And here's the thing. The data mine shows that, just because it's Hydra this week doesn't mean it's going to be Hydra next week. In fact, the data mine had a whole list of other ones that they're going to potentially implement in the future. From what I could see on this data mine, that we've got military characters in Blitz, Wakandans, Avengers, Hydra. And so as far as completing the event, it looks like if you're actively participating in the Madeline event, you're still going to want to save your refreshes, your Blitz refreshes for Marauders. And if you have a good majority of these Hydras at 5-star, you're not going to have a problem finishing the event. And the event, this is where we're running into some problems, is that the milestones is 85 SBCs, and there's the milestones, and then there's some other milestones which are specific to the A-Force event. It looks like you get 1,300 emblems for the A-Force event, which is going to be for the entire month for that event. And then there's some 3 teal 16 orbs. We got some Blitz credits, and we've got some normal teal orbs. But what do we not have? Well, we don't have is what we used to get. We used to get gold. Like 310,000 gold is missing. Now, this is the problem. And character shards, right? Maybe, for some people, that's just Blitz currency, but this is what's happening. The character Blitz now, instead of being 2 3-day events, is now 1 4-day event. So you have an extra day of blitzing for the same, half as much rewards, and then you're not getting any of this at all. And we should not be like super grateful to Scopely that we're getting, some cookie crumb drops of teal gear. We didn't get a teal war orb. Like, this is literally 3 Armory 16 orbs. They don't even have 3 columns in it. They only have 2 columns. We're getting 6 pieces. Like, we should be like thankful for this. We should have had this like a million years ago. They've starved us of the 16. You know what I need to do? This is what I need from Scopely. I need to know what's going on, Scopely. Like, I need confirmation of what I think is possibly true. I need Scopely to come to my house and take a dump in my bed. That way I know I'm in an abusive relationship. It feels like I am. They're giving us less of all of this stuff. We're missing out on the gold. I don't get it. Anyways, get through it. I don't think you really need to take your Hydra higher than 5. We're already blitzing our minds out for the Madeline event. Continue to focus on refreshes on the Marauder team, and I believe you'll get through it. And it is what it is. So, but we're getting less gold and some of the other stuff. Let's keep going on. I don't know. I feel like they should just include the gold. Like, I don't feel like on a weekly basis, any of this stuff that's here should be missing at all. Like they have extra slots. Fill that up with the stuff that we would have got in the old system, so we're not going backwards, because we're going backwards. We shouldn't be going backwards on items. We're already going backwards with the Silver Samurai and the Sung Chi. Do we have to talk about that next? Do we have to talk about what's going on? May's new foundable character, Silver Samurai, right? Players was like, is that everyone? What, you wanted more? And here's the problem is, the announcement regarding Shang-Chi is unacceptable, and it's not about making new characters farmable, right? Because they actually made a character less available. Shang-Chi is less available than before. Last month, he had a 10% drop rate in the Blitz orb. Now he's a 5%. And adding Silver Samurai into the Blitz orb at a 5% drop rate per orb, basically, is not making a character foundable. We're going to read that again. Today, the subreddit seems fed up with the way Scopely stopped making characters farmable. I fully agree with this opinion. Scopely made a statement for us that they tried making 2 characters farmable, but have not delivered on that promise since last November. But here's my biggest issue with the last move. My biggest issue is that they have made a character that was midly farmable. I'm not familiar with that word. Twice as hard to farm. Shang-Chi is a very useful character currently, and one of the few that we actually able to work on wasting Blitz credits on these orbs. And the average now is 5 shards for 3,500 credits. Scopely wants to make a character less farmable. They need to advance in it. They need to announce it in advance. So they're stripping away availability Shang-Chi. They're stripping away weak gold on a weekly basis, 310,000 gold on a weekly basis. And they're making, for what, right? For what? All right. So I do want to read this real quick, and then we're going to move on to some other topics. Data mines. So this is for Cosmic Crucible. Looks like they are changing it up a little bit. And I just want to go over this quickly. Data mines on Cosmic Crucible. Stages 1. There's 6 nodes in Cosmic Crucible, and the first 2 nodes don't have any modifiers. Now, the entire defensive team does have modifiers: 20% health and 10% X damage. Stage 3 has a modifier, and these are a little different than they were before. Defensive reversal. All characters' turns flip defense up, deflect, and evade on that character's allies. Stage 4, slow down on character's turns. That character is speed up, clear all positive effects, and apply 2 turns of slow and trauma to that character. Stage 5, this is interesting. Cosmic Catastrophe. All characters who passively revive return with 1 health. Wow, get wrecked. Dormammu and Infinity Watch. On all characters' turns, reduce speed bar by 50% for that character's cosmic allies. And then stage 6, time dampening. All speed bar increase and decreases have no effect for all characters. So that is coming with Cosmic Crucible, which I believe is on the 11th. I have to go back and look at the blog post and take a look at it. Now, this is something here. I just want to point this out. This is a great video, and this video was posted by Woot Woot. And this is a video of Secret Avengers without Maria, and they put in Falcon taking on Madeline Pryor in war. I'm just saying that the footage of that looks amazing. I can't wait to try that out. It looks like it was a really easy match. Absolutely. As long as you get defense down on Strife from your Kestrel, it looked like the match went pretty easily. SBCs as a war reward, not ABCs. Now, I do welcome the ABCs inside of the new Hydra Blitz. 85 is not really a meaningful amount, where an entire team can need up to 10,000. So 85 is not that generous, frankly. But I'll take what I can get, for sure. And then lastly, this post made me giggle by KVO. The art department is phenomenal, but so this post meant to be lighthearted and joking around at my own expense. Now that's out of a Dazzler loading page is a little hard to explain as a grown man in my 30s. It has given my coworkers enough ammunition to bust my balls for the foreseeable future. Tried explaining I was playing a Marvel game and gave a quick breakdown of how the game works. Now every time I see someone, they say, "How's that Barbie collector game going?" Got enough jibs for the dream house yet? Love some help once your Barbie is done with the disco. Oh my God. All of them in colorful jokes. Jokes aside, they nailed the artwork once again. But yeah, the Dazzler is a little bit much. Definitely has a roller girl feel to her. I mean, I guess, right? Let's get to offer review, and we're going to go through all of that now. A lot of people have been asking me questions about the Scourge event that is several weeks away, 6, 7, 8 weeks away. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Like I have, I've been, debating upgrading Young Avengers or Ravagers or Wakandans, right? And these are like teams that got reworks, and I've been kind of dragging my feet, to get to the Ravagers, dragging my feet to get to Young Avengers, dragging my feet Now it's like, oh, I'm going to do Wakandans, right? Because the reworks and everything like that. No. I'm working on Young Avengers. So people are asking like which character is going to be most important. And I think the main thing to keep in mind is that the Scourge event, you're not playing against the computer. You're playing against everybody else. You're playing against the guy next to you and the guy next to you. It's a leaderboard event, right? And so, the guy that gets the most point probably is going to have maxed out teams and everything. So it comes down to what's going to be the most efficient. And for me, I'm going to be starting with Young Avengers. A lot of the Young Avengers seem very, very good at sustain. And so I'm excited to work on my Young Avengers. I've paused working on my Wakandans, and I'm working on my Young Avengers. Squirrel Girl seems like she's going to be good. I also think Yo-Yo is going to be good. Black Bolt, I'm not really sure. And then we'll see how the A-Force plays out. They probably would be an important part of this event for sure. But, it's so far away, and, for predicting how that's going to play out is almost unknowable at this point. But just for me, I'm working on my Young Avengers first, and then I'll get to the rest of the teams. And for me, I want to take them at least to gear tier 14 because there's a huge stat boost across the board when you go from 13 to 14. And as far as min-maxing, 14 is a good landing place to get the most out of your roster. So I'm trying to get as many of them to 14 as possible. Spider Spy, maybe I'll buy this, maybe I won't. I'm not really sure, but I did buy one of these offers to unlock her. And there you go. That is what it is. These offers are, the initial unlock offers. And you know what? I don't understand why everything is $50 lately. That's something else we're saying. Daily energy. And I got to say that for me, it looks like the Madeline event is finishable, free to play. But for me, I'm just trying to go for the second to last milestone. And so I'm because otherwise you have to get 19,000 points a day. And, I'm not tracking 19,000 points a day. I'm tracking closer to, I don't know. I got to go back and look. I think I'm doing like 16,000 a day right now. And that's good enough for me. And I just don't feel like I feel like they want you to buy this now because, rather than later. And it just kind of drives me crazy that they've got the FOMO preloaded on these things. But I'm not a fan of any of these things right here at all. And for me, I think that's something to consider towards the end because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to blitz. Do I really want to blitz, 6.5 rotations a day to get there or, whatever it is, 8 rotations a day? I know a lot of it has to do with marauders and war attacks. My goodness. So I'm just going to dismiss all of these offers. I don't really see the value in that. I don't like how they try to front load it. It's something to consider at the end of the event. But sometimes at the end of the event, they don't even have these offers, right? All right, so we're just going to skip past all of them. I'm kind of annoyed with that. Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor. I'm not. I guess that was the whole purpose of that SA Kestrel or SA Kestrel without Maria with Neymar or with Falcon. I was like, anybody overly impressed with her? I haven't really, heard any huge uproar about how amazing she is. I think a lot of people have to allocate better teams on war. How important is war to you and defensive teams? But it just seems like I've kind of earmarked my SA Kestrel against the Madeline teams, and I haven't had a problem yet. Anyways, value these orbs at $3 a piece. We got our armory 14. These are the orbs that give minimum 6, average 9.3, and they do have a small chance of giving 180, but it's not quite worth $10 to me. I just don't find the character. And then I think that this currency it's such a convoluted event, the A-Force event. We don't have any real information how we're going to get all of the items. We know one of the items is a midpoint inside of the Madeline event. I think getting to the helmet in the Madeline event, I think it's milestone 34. Next thing you have to do at least 4 rotations a day to get there. I think that's pretty important, but it's a month-long event, and it looks like there's 1,300 of these available in the Hydra Blitz. But I'm not going to spend for these because what does it mean? None of it's a month-long event. I don't know how it's going to play out. It doesn't even make sense to buy this stuff now. Okay, mega gold offer. What do we got here? This doesn't look that great to me, but we're going to do the math. Before I do the math on this, there's another gold offer that shows up quite a bit lately that is also $10, and it has 1 million gold, and it has 8,000 fragments, 4 gold orbs. So, is the rest of this stuff right here, worth giving up 850,000 gold and a gold orb? You know what I mean? So that's, what do we got? Armory 14, I value those about 50 cents a piece. Armory 15, 50 cents a piece. Now, these are a little bit more useful, are definitely in demand. But again, at the end of the day, you literally need thousands of mini uniques to get through Dark Dimension 5. They've strangled us on teal gear. Very few players, maybe 1,100 players have Dormammu right now. This has been one of the most outrageous examples of artificial scarcity that I've ever seen in this game is with teal gear. Like, I don't feel like what is 2 pieces going to do? Like, it's just not a meaningful amount. Anyways, I don't like this offer. Let's move on. That's what I'm trying to say. Resource offer. Oh boy. I'm going to buy this. And this is just for me because I run it. If you blitz a lot, this is not a good deal. But the reason why I'm going to consider this is because of a war, and I always run out of this with war. I'm about 30,000. So if you do max attacks, you do 8 attacks at the beginning of almost every war. You know what I'm talking about. It seems like you run out of this currency pretty quickly. I think for most people, they have an abundance of this, and this is a non-event. So I think that's a very specific. House of Exit offer, boy, $20 for 65 Mr. Sinister shards. Get out of here, man. $5 best. Let's keep moving on. Same thing right there. Emma's amazing, but I just can't justify spending $20 for 65 shards. I mean, it's an older character. Trash. This will get you to war ready on a controller. I believe this is a controller character, so there you go. $20. I've never bought that. Some people do like it. Then we've got Sabretooth for $15, 65 character shards. Again, I'm not a fan of any of these offers that have the milestone currency, so I'm moving past all of them. I just think they're trash. I just don't get it. Again, Strife's been out for a minute. I feel like $5 for 50 shards would be a reasonable enough offer. Same thing there with Mystique. There we've got the gold offer that I was referring to. If you're looking for gold, I feel like this is reasonable enough. You get 4 gold orbs and 1 million gold. And this just drives me crazy that this is twice as much gold for 2.5 times more money. It just drives me crazy that they do it that way. And then we've got a reasonable enough training material offer right there. All right, I believe this is all trash, and we're just going to scroll through all this stuff. I don't like any of this stuff down here. Kind of annoyed with all the offers right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to toggle over to the. We're going to scroll down to the bottom to see if there's any 1 core offers. There was a 1 core offer on the first day of this event, so I just want to make sure that we're not missing that. Let's toggle over to the free-to-play account. There are some good team offers right here. So right here we've got 4 members of the Sinister Six, for $35 at 150 shards a piece. If you have Doc Ock, you can make a team out of them. That's reasonable enough. And then we've got a Hydra offer. And I know what they're trying to do here. They're trying to, because of the Hydra Blitz, give people a reason to spend $50 for 150 character shards. This does make for a pretty good defensive war team. But just for the event, spending a lot of gold and spending $50 doesn't seem very good because it looks like the team is going to rotate on a weekly basis. So do what you got to do. Again, 150 times 5 for 50 character shards is reasonable enough. Let's see if we got any other offers here worth considering. What I'm mostly looking for on this account is offers that are $5. Ooh, look at that. Guardians Raid Team. We've got 100 of each one of them there. Boy, $25. That's a tough sell. That's a tough sell. But anyways, do what you got to do. I wouldn't consider that at all. And then what do we got here? Dreadlord offer. We got Zemo 100 shards and Winter Soldier version 100 shards for $35. And then you've got a Mega Orb. I feel like these are the only two Hydras that most people already have upgraded. Zemo, because he's really out of the 9 Hydras, he's definitely the most playable and has most use, anywhere. And then Winter Soldier, he was an unlock requirement for what a Mega Red, Mega Red, and you had to gear him up, and he was kind of like, ouch, I have to upgrade and gear up Winter Soldier, almost unplayable. But I think a lot of people upgraded him just for the unlock requirement. Anyways, I don't think this is an exceptional deal. Do what you got to do. Let's keep going. And I just generally unimpressed with all these offers here. And I don't see anything that's an exceptional value. It seems like they've really we haven't had like good deals recently. It seems like everything has just gone up. You know, they're making characters harder to get. They're introducing so many characters a patch, and they're not making characters farmable. Now they're taking away gold out of the Blitz. I don't like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.